Hey everyone, Kensurfs here. We're in the shave den and it's time for another shave. I've been hinting about this razor for several weeks now, but the folks at Tightener.com, they produce razors. They produce titanium handled razors, and they have quite a few cartridge type handles available. They're expanding and they're coming out. This is the TiGlide S1 Razor, and I was lucky enough to get a prototype. Here it is to try out. And this is a titanium razor that takes half of a DE blade. So it's a single edge razor and it takes half of a DE blade. Almost looks like it's retractable. The handle is really nice. I didn't get the spec sheet from them, but I put this razor on my scale and it checks in about 74 grams. It's really nice. It's got a long handle. It's got a really nice design. It's flat. It's not round all the way around. It's got a nice flat edge for gripping. And to load it, there we go. We drop it on there, drop the magnet on, tighten it up, and I'm going to be using this in a shave today. They also have a really nice stand for it. This is the stand. Pops right on the top, so you can have it on display. And I'm going to be honest with you, kind of reminds me of that new Tesla truck that's out. Look at the shape of that. It does remind me of that. When I showed my wife the razor, she said, "Oh, it looks like that new Tesla." And I go, "It does." And it feels really good. Again, I don't know if this is the packaging that's going to be coming when it's released. And I don't know the MSRP of this razor currently. It came with some blades and basically came with a box. I do understand they're going to be having a travel case for it. And I've taken it apart several times just to kind of get the hang of it, and I'm going to be using it for a shave for the first time today. Now the razor comes with some blades, and I haven't actually heard of these blades. You get several of them. They're just DE blades that have been broken in half. And the brand, let me open this up. Oops. It's got a good magnet on it. Rocky House, see that? And one good thing, they're already very flat. When you bend a DA blade, sometimes you get a little bit of a lip on there. And what happens is we have two, you can see here a little post sticking up and a little post sticking up, and you're gonna just magnet this blade onto that post or onto that head. And then you can see those little posts kind of hold the blade in place. And we've got the post here at the top. And on the base, or on the cap, you can see we have the holes that those posts go into, and it just kind of snaps right on. There we go. And we tighten up this. I don't want to tighten it too tight because I'm not quite sure how tight you do it, but I've tightened it like that. And there you can see the blade. So I'm going to use their blade today. Like I said, I often use blades that I'm familiar with. However, you might not have these blades. So if you buy this razor and it comes with a blade, you probably are going to use those blades. So we're going to try that. So it is not a pivoting head. It does not pivot. It is pretty well fixed, and it gives you a nice angle to shave with. If you go too steep, you're not going to grab any hair, so it's not going to cut you. It's supposed to give an irritation-free shave. And again, I'm not sure about these blades, but you're buying the razor, you're not really buying the blades. So let me try this out. I'm going to be using soap and aftershave. I'm very familiar with. When I try out a new razor, I always use soap and aftershave that I'm familiar with. So I'm going to be using Parasso on this. And I'm going to be using my Chubby One brush. Put this into the crystal skull. There we go. As I said, I've handled that razor a few times. I've taken it apart, snapped it on. My only criticism is you just have to You have to have better eyes than me, and it'll fit onto those two little posts that are sticking up and hold it into place. At first, when I was looking at it, I couldn't quite see the little posts because the old eyes. But then once I put up, oh, there's the post, and it snaps right in with absolutely no problem. All right, so when you bend your own blades and snap them, you can have a little bit of, see here, a little bit of curvature, and they have an area in the razor that I would point these down. If I was going to be using my own blades, I would point these down, and then the cap will snap right on. All right. All right, so 74 grams, a nice weight, titanium. Don't know the MSRP yet, and I want to try it out and see what type of shave I get. And I do need a shave. Let me grab, do the old test here. I don't have a business card on me, but I've got some good stubble and I need a shave with it. All right. Let's wet the face. Use the Poroso. I like my lather to be thin. Everybody's preference is their own. I don't tell you how to shave. It takes a little of experimenting. Get the razor, the blade, the brush, the soap that you like. And when you do, you're pretty much set. But then again, you might want a new razor. All right. Okay, my hands are wet. I'm still able to grip this pretty good. So let's see here if I can get the angle. If I steepen it or shallow, you can control the blade exposure by the angle you're using, which is kind of nice. I'm sure eventually they might go with a pivot head, but solid head, it's just like my DE razors. My DE razors do not have pivoting heads. You can hear the feedback. No snagging, no pulling, no tugging. No nicks. And actually, all of the buildup is going underneath the razor. See, it's not staying where the blade is or the base plate. It's all going underneath. So it's not really clogging. You have a pretty good drain there. See the drain slot right underneath for the underneath the blade. Anyway, it's not plugging, which is nice. Hey, I'm surprised with those blades. Never heard of them, but they work pretty good. And if you're a DE blade user over a cartridge blade user, you know that the cost on the DE blades are significantly less expensive. Now, I do not need a second pass, but nice feedback. Absolutely no tugging. And I really like the long handle. I have big hands, so long handle really fits good into there. right. It's sharp enough and precise enough that I get a nice border. If you've got a beard or you've got a goatee, it gets there. And I can see if it's under your nose, it's not going to cut your upper lip. All right. Just using some Parasso Balm today. There we go. Soothing. Soothing. Performance-wise, a very good shave. Now, criticisms on it. If you've got good eyes, you're going to be able to load it real good. If you're not got good eyes, you might need to get your glasses just to line up that post. But once she's lined up and that cap's in place, you get very good alignment on there. And that's a nice angle. So again, if you overcorrect, your skin is here, you overcorrect, it's going to be a shallower cut. It's going to be a shallower cut. It'll cut when this angle is just perfect. There you go. And I've seen other razors that have this feature with the screw, and it does seem to be attached. It did not come out. I didn't want to try to take it all the way out because then I'd have to put it back in. But it is nice. Just be careful if you're using them. Have your sink covered in case you drop it. You don't want to drop that. But it did not come out, so no problem. And there it is. And she's, like I said, drilled through the bottom. Well, that's the new TiGlide S1 Razor. And I'm not sure when it's coming out. Again, this video is going to go to them for evaluation. And they're listening to my comments, and I know Sinatra Lennon's doing an evaluation too. So they are being due diligent with this razor before they release it to you to see if there's anything that needs improving. And I think it's very nice, very nice. So again, I'm not sure of the price, but if you want a nice single edge razor that looks, you know, it's gonna attract some looks if you're showing your friends, this could be for you. Well, thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in, and I look forward to seeing you all again in a shave very, very soon. And if you're interested in the product, I'll have a link in the description of this video so you can go to their website and take a look. And I encourage you to take a look at these websites with these people who have these cool razors anyway, because then you get to know what's out there. All right, everybody. Till next time, stay safe.